Introduction to coordinate geometry. You can see a slate here and a ruler, a scale. Now imagine that you have drawn or you have considered 3 points here, somewhere here. The second point is here, third point is somewhere here. Let us consider this point is A, this point is B, and this point is C. Now how to describe the position of point A, point B and point C on the slate. For this we will consider the edges of the slate. This is vertical edge and this is the horizontal edge. Now how can we describe the position of A? For this we will start from this point. We will start from this point. This point where both the edges are intersecting each other, or we can say from a corner. Now to locate the position of A, what we will do? We will travel along horizontal line, horizontal red line, and we will measure how much distance we have traveled along horizontally. So first we have to travel along this way. Then we will travel along this way to reach to the point A. The distance traveled horizontally, let us measure that with the help of ruler. So from this horizontal distance is about 4.5 centimeter. So let us write here 4.5. Let us measure the vertical distance. It is about 4. So to reach to point A, we have started from this intersection point where both the left and bottom edges are intersecting. Then we have traveled along horizontal axis, which is about 4.5 units, 4.5 centimeter. Then we have traveled along vertical axis, parallel to vertical axis, and we have traveled about 4 centimeter. So in this way we are describing the position of A on this slate. Now how to describe the position of C? Again apply the same logic. First we have to travel along horizontal axis. Then we have to travel along or parallel to vertical axis. First we have traveled along horizontal axis, then we have traveled along vertical axis. Let us measure the distance. The vertical distance is about 4.5 centimeter. The horizontal distance is about 16 centimeter. So it is 16. The horizontal distance we have traveled to reach to point C is 16 units or 16 centimeter. So we can say that to reach to point C, we will start from this intersection point of edges, or we start from this bottom left corner, and we will travel along horizontal axis first about 16 centimeter. Then we will travel parallel to vertical axis or vertical edge about 4.5 centimeter. With these distances we can describe the position of C. Now the distance you have traveled along horizontal axis. First of all, we will name the axis. The horizontal axis, this red line called x-axis, x-axis, and this vertical axis is known as y-axis. So this vertical axis is y-axis and this horizontal axis is known as x-axis. It is always customary to describe to any point we will consider the horizontal distance first. For that, for the point A, the horizontal distance was 4.5 centimeter. So we will write the horizontal distance 4.5 centimeter. This horizontal distance is known as x coordinate. X coordinate. Then we travel along the y-axis, travel along the vertical axis. For point A, we have traveled 4 centimeter vertically. So this vertical distance, so we will write like this. And this vertical distance is known as y coordinate. Similarly, we can describe the coordinates of point C. For this point C, first we will travel along x-axis about 16 centimeter. So its x coordinate will be 16 centimeter. This much is 16 centimeter from this. Then we have traveled along y-axis, along vertical axis. This distance was 4.5 centimeter. So its y coordinate will be 4.5 centimeter. So this system of describing the position of any point with respect to some edges, with respect to some reference, is known as coordinate geometry. Here we can describe the position of any point on the plane, on any plane. Let us understand how to plot the points on actual graph paper. You can see the actual graph paper containing some grid lines. Some are the darker grid lines and some are the lighter grid line. The darker grid line are approximately separated by 1 centimeter. That means this much distance is approximately 1 centimeter, horizontally as well as vertically. You can purchase such graph paper from any stationery shop. Now, to plot any point on the graph paper, first we have to create the x-axis and y-axis. So let us draw x and y-axis first. Suppose this is the x-axis, horizontal axis, and this is the y-axis, the vertical axis. Let us name them. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. Now you have to put the numbers here, coordinates. This is the positive side, this is negative side, this is again positive side, and this is again negative side. So this is positive y-axis, this is positive y-axis, this is negative y-axis, this is positive x-axis, and this is negative x-axis. Now we have to we have to draw the coordinates first. We have to decide the coordinates first. For this, we consider the scale. Scale means how much centimeter is equal to how much units. So on x-axis, I am considering 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. Similarly on y-axis, I am considering 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. but it always depends on how much big number you have to plot on the graph paper. But generally it is a standard scale to consider 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. But if you have to plot the number like 100, so in that case we have to choose the scale like 1 centimeter is equal to 100, 2 centimeter is equal to 200, and so on. So it depends how much big number you have to plot in a small space. So accordingly we have to decide the scale. Now for this I am considering 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. So this is 1, positive 1, positive 2, positive 3, positive 4, positive 5, positive 6, positive 7. This is negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7. Now as due to area restriction, the space restriction, we can able to accommodate negative 7 on left hand side and positive 7 on right hand side. Similarly on vertical axis, this is positive 1, this is positive 2, positive 3, positive 4, positive 5. Here negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. One more thing, sometimes students commit the mistakes like this. They start the 1 from here and then 2, then 3 and then 4. But this is not allowed. If you are selecting the 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit, then you have to keep the distance of 1 centimeter only. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and upward is 6. Here it is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Now this region is known as first quadrant. So this region is known as first quadrant. I am writing here first quadrant. First quadrant. This region is known as second quadrant. This is known as third quadrant. And this is known as fourth quadrant. In first quadrant, X is also positive and Y is also positive. X and Y both are positive. In second quadrant, X is negative, Y is positive. In third quadrant, X is negative, Y is also negative. Both are the negative. And in the fourth quadrant, X is positive, but Y is negative. So, according to the coordinates, we can imagine that particular point is in which quadrant, either by directly plotting or by considering the sign of the coordinate of that point. Now actually let us start plotting the points. The first point that we have to plot is 4, 3. So for 4, 3, X coordinate is 4 and Y coordinate is 3. 4 and 3. So first we have to travel along 4 units. This is X and this is Y. So first we have to travel along 4 units horizontally, and then we have to travel along 3 units vertically. point we got is A 4,3. Note that this point from where we have started, this point from where we have started is known as origin. This is origin. Origin is that point. It is generally represented by letter O and its coordinates are 0, 0. Like the point A's coordinates are 4,3. So we have to start always from the origin, the intersection of x-axis and y-axis. Let us plot the another point P minus 3, 5. So B, this is x, this is y. First we have to start from the origin. Then we will travel along. X-axis minus 3 distance and then 5 distance on vertical axis. I am plotting. First we have to travel along x-axis minus 3 from the origin. Note that we are starting from the origin. Then we are traveling along y-axis 5 units. So first we have traveled like this, then we have traveled like this, and the coordinates are point B minus 3, 5. Here also first we have traveled along x-axis 4 units, then on y-axis along y-axis 3 units. Let us plot the third point minus 2, minus 5. Minus 2, again we will start from the origin. First we have to travel along minus 2 along x-axis and then 5. Now here 5 is not there, I am plotting here. 5 is somewhere here. So minus 2, minus 5. First we have to travel along x-axis minus 2 and then 5 along y-axis. So let us draw it. Starting from the origin, we are plotting this point. Starting from the origin minus 2, then along y-axis minus 5. So your point will be here. C minus 2 minus 5. C minus 2 minus 5. While writing the coordinates, we have to write the x coordinate first. And while plotting it also, we have to consider the x coordinate first. Now let us plot some points on the axis. For example, let us consider E 4, 0. Here, to plot the E point, we will start from the origin. We have to travel 4 units, but we don't have to travel along y-axis because y coordinate is 0. Y coordinate is 0. So we will travel along, we'll start from the origin and travel along x-axis 4 only. So our point will be here. We will name this point as E and its coordinate will be 4, 0. Note that the y coordinate of point E is 0 and it is lying on x-axis. Let us plot the F point, this point. First we have to travel along. We start from the origin here. We don't have to travel along x-axis because x coordinate is 0. We have to travel along y-axis 3 units on positive side. So we'll start from here and we will reach here for locating F point. So we'll start from here and we will go to here to locate 0, 3, that is f 0, 3. This point is on y-axis. This point is on y-axis, exactly on y-axis, and its x-coordinate is 0. So by observing two relations, these two relations, we can say that on x-axis y-coordinate is 0, on any point on x-axis y-coordinate is 0, on any point on y-axis x-coordinate is 0. Let us plot the G point minus 6, 0. Again we will start from the origin and we will travel on negative side of x-axis minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. Now y-coordinate is 0, so we will not travel along y-axis. So the placement of point G is here, minus 6, 0. Similarly, H 0, minus 4, x coordinate is 0, y coordinate is minus 4. We'll start from the origin. We don't have to travel along x-axis because x coordinate is 0. We have to travel along y-axis, negative y-axis 4 units. So we will start from origin and move to the minus 4. So H point will be here and its coordinate will be 0, minus 4. 0 coordinates states that it is on y-axis. 0 x coordinates describes that it is on y-axis. So in this way we can plot different points on the graph paper. Thank you, students.